I was coaching a basketball game over the weekend, and that's why my voice is also kind of gone. But I was yelling at them the whole time, so I can barely talk right now. So what happened was I've been coaching at the school for the last 2 years now, and we were in a tournament over the weekend, 2-day tournament. About 16 teams are playing. The day before I arrived, we had lost 3 games that day, and the next day when I was coaching, by design, we were playing the other teams that were less qualified. So we win 3 games. That leads us into a consolation final. So here's a chance to win a big trophy still, and everything's on the line. So this game was pretty close the whole time. It was a 3-point game, came down to the wire. It was a 6-point game, and then we have a 13-year-old boy. He's a point guard in grade 7. We drew up a play for him to hit a 3 and get the game into one possession. Long story short, he hits a 3. We're in the game. There's 3 seconds left, and he runs up the court, shoots a half court, and barely misses. Like, it rims out, and the reaction from the parents, coaches, teammates, the other kids some of them were crying. That's totally normal. They had to work so hard and they couldn't win. But that boy who took the shot had no emotions on his face. His reaction seemed the same as before. Like, nothing had changed in him. And I had a conversation with him afterwards. I was talking to him something along the lines of how it's a privilege to even be in a position where at this young age you're put into a position where you can win something great for a group of people. And the fact that you took that shot, being fearless, you should be proud of yourself. That's what I told him. And he didn't say anything to that. I think he nodded a little bit. But this whole time it buggered me up. I was like, this guy's 13 years old. He hit 2 good threes to basically tie the game and get it into overtime. Has no reaction. Why is that? And the people that I was coaching with, there were a couple of friends. On our ride back, I started a conversation about that, and I asked him, is he always like that? Because one of the friends are a teacher at the school and they know him very well. And they said, yeah, he doesn't have much of a reaction. He doesn't talk much. So I just thought he was a quiet kid. But then it got to me. There's no way you have zero emotion in a game like that, and you just have nothing to say. And that kind of was getting to me. So I kept talking about it. And funny enough, we had another friend in the car who I quickly just remembered all of a sudden that he's also like that. No matter what's going on in his life, there's not too much emotions involved. He's always good or bad the same way. Like, he'll enjoy, laugh, live life, but it's never him emotionally all the way involved in this thing that he's doing. And I asked him, you guys have something in common. How do you do that and why? Right? Like, because when I'm coaching, I'm yelling, I'm running up and down the sidelines, I'm making sure everybody's doing well. Like, just even coaching, when I played basketball, it was kind of the same way. I don't lead with emotion, but that's how I show emotion. I'm not afraid to show emotion. Like, if that's how I'm feeling, I'll say it out loud. And that's how I work. So I wanted to get an understanding of why they do that. So a comment that he made was, nothing is going to change by my reaction. Reality will play itself out exactly how it's supposed to, and what I say afterwards does not matter. All I can control is my actions throughout and in the present, and that's it. So that took me back. So that 13-year-old boy probably doesn't even realize that he has that kind of superpower. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But in his subconscious mind, he knows that there's no point of getting down about it. There's no point of worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow or how they're going to feel or they just lost. It's just I did the best I could, and he really did. He was the best player in that game. He did the best he could, and he lived with the results. And the video I'm making today right now is because of that. There's so much things to already do, and there's no point in worrying about what's going to happen if you do or if you don't do that thing. You can't control the results. You can never control the results. Some people work their whole lifetime. They work the hardest. They're the hardest workers that you know, but they don't see, even till the day they die, they don't see the results, and they keep working. There have been many cases like that. We just don't hear about it because they never made it. Nobody hears about the guy who lost, who worked hard his whole life to achieve their dreams or achieve his dreams. Because if he made it, you would have heard about it. My philosophy is a little bit different on that. I believe that if you genuinely work hard, you can achieve anything you can, achieve anything you want in this lifetime. But I'm pretty sure there have been people who work hard, but they did not see the results that they were looking for. I don't know why, but if you were to dig into that, there's probably people like that. But that 13-year-old boy taught me a valuable lesson in a very key moment under pressure. Because if I put myself back at 13 years old, there's no way I wouldn't have been nervous. There's no way I wouldn't have been full of fear of trying to shoot this shot and, make it. And I'm pretty sure he was nervous as well, but it just, the way he handled it with such maturity and professionalism, it was a sight to see. So yeah, don't worry about the results and do the thing that you said you were going to do, because it's a privilege to get an opportunity every day to chase your dreams in itself.